Hi everyone, I am Kishore and welcome to Kishorelytics, your go-to spot for data and analytics content. Today we are diving into something exciting, into the Python crash course. If you are a Python beginner and you need a quick brush up, this video will walk you through. Where in this video we are discussing about the basics of the Python, and in the future videos we are the intermediate section and advanced section. And in this video we are discussing about the basics of Python, like what is meant by programming languages and why Python, and variables and data types and operators and conditional statement and loops. That's it for the video, and let's get into the video. So sit back and relax. Let's get into the video. Hi guys. Before getting into the video, we want to know what is mean a programming language. Imagine saying to the computer or desktop, please calculate 5 plus 5 to a computer. So it won't respond, right? Because it doesn't understand the human languages. That's where the programming languages comes in. They act as a translator, allowing us to communicate instructions in a way the computer can understand. Basically, the computer understands the programming languages like binary languages only. It means zeros and ones. But human knows only the English language. So there is a need of the programming languages. It acts like the intermediate languages that translate the human languages into the machine languages, that is binary languages. So like spoken languages, some programming languages are easier to learn than others. And Python is the one of the most beginner friendly, easy languages. And there are many languages like easy languages to hard languages, right? And in the natural languages like English, it will be speaking in America, India, and anywhere, Sri Lanka, and anywhere in the country. Hey, please calculate 5 plus 5, and that is mean by the natural languages. And what is mean by high languages? Example of the high languages is the programming languages. The Python, if x is equal to 5, x is equal to y, print okay or print not okay. It's mean by a programming languages. It's basically programming. There are various types of programming languages like Python, Java, and JavaScript, and many things in the programming languages. And another in the another languages like low level languages, and it is a assembly languages. It's used in microprocessor and many embedded systems. Like later we will discuss about it later. And what is meant by the machine languages? The machine languages are the main languages that I only understand for machines only, and that is the binary languages. And that is mean by the zeros and ones. It's basically zeros and ones. Let's break it down. At the top, you have not got the natural languages like English, Spanish, Hindi, super easy for humans, but totally useless to computers. So that's where the high level languages comes in. So it means a Python. How Python works? Let's discuss about it. First, we write a Python code like, and it's a high level code. So first we want to write print. Let's take a sample example code. So first we want to write the Python code like print my name Kishore, print Kishorelytics. So what will we do? It will first we want to, there is a interpreter, and in the interpreter there is a consistor of compiler. It transfers the source code into the byte code. So and there is a virtual machine also. It converts the high level code into machine code, and that gives the output as whatever we want, right? That's it for the quick intro for this video. Let's get into the deeper section. Before getting into the Python crash course, we want to know something about Python. What is Python? Python is a programming language. It was created by the Guido van Rossum, and it was released in 1991 in the year. And basically, what is meant by used? It uses like web development and software development and mathematics and system scripting. And what can the Python do? Yes, the exact question you are asking, right? The Python can be used on a server to create the web applications, and Python can be used alongside the software to create the workflows. And Python can be connected to database also. We were discussing in the previous videos where we worked on the database, and when we connect the database to the Python, so we can read the query and modify the files. And Python can also handle the big data that comes into the question. Python can also handle the big data and perform the complex mathematics. And Python can be used to do rapid prototyping or for the product production ready software development. It's basically ChatGPT is also built with Python. So and many apps like Meta and many apps are built with Python, right? So why Python? Python. Why Python? The Python works on different platforms like Windows, Macs, Linux, Raspberry Pi, etc. And we are using the Windows. Later we are discussing about the Linux crash course. So stay tuned for the video. And let's get into the Python. Why Python? Why Python has a simple syntax similar to the English language. It's basically an English language. I don't tell it's like a programming language. It's basically English language. I was teaching you as a English languages only. It's basically easy language. Python has a simple similar syntax to the English language. Python has a syntax that allows developers to write programs with fewer lines than other programming languages. Right? It's a very important point. Basically, you can take the Java. If you want to print the statement, you want to write as import java.util.star and you want to public static void main of string args, and we're getting into the function. You want to get the scanner SE is called new scanner. You want to create the object. You want to create the object for the scanner itself, so that you want to get the input. So if you want to print the output, system.out.println, it's very huge program. So many developers write Python, prefer Python is the simplicity to write programs with fewer lines. Okay, and Python runs on the interpreter system, meaning the code. That means the code can be executed as soon as it returns. Python is an interpreter system. Note the point. Python is an interpreter system. So it can be executed line by line, and Python can be treated as the procedure way, and it's an object-oriented programming languages. Later in the previous video, we were discussing about the object-oriented programming. So we are discussing about the abstraction, polymorphism, encapsulation, many things, and in the object-oriented programming. So before getting into the video, and I want to install the Python. You are to install the Python for practicing the Python crash course. So I have already installed the Python. So you want to install, get the videos from, get reference from the many YouTube channels. There are many YouTube channels put the video how to install the Python. So I am using the Jupyter notebook as a Python notebook for practicing the Python. So just now I am opening the Jupyter notebook. It's executing. Wait for a minute, and as soon as it will open in the browser, quick browser, right? And it will run on the server. First you want to run the download the Python. It's get into the browser, go to the browser and search for Python downloads, and you can downloads, and in the command prompt you want to download the Jupyter notebook. And before entering in the Jupyter, you want to create the notebook. So here there is a new button and click Python 3. Okay, wait for a minute and we'll create a notebook. Okay, first I'm writing this is my first Python code, right? First sorry guys, code. It's very simple. If you want to run it, here is a button and it's the output. This is my first Python code. If you are enter into the Java, if you take the Java as programming language, you want to write import java.util.star. Here it comes, and you want to enter into the main function public static void main of, it should be the camel case. So we want to is case sensitive. So before entering into it, and you want to print it, right? System.out.println of Python is best to learn for beginners, right? And close the parenthesis. Okay, if you want to print a single line, you want to write the 3 lines. In see, look into the Python, you want to write the only single line. Print. This is my first Python code. Okay, let's get into it. The Python crash course. I give the notes to you in the description. So please make sure to download the notebook and the description box. I give the Python download link also in the description. Okay, before getting the video, we want to know something about the commands. What is meant by commands? Commands are can be used to explain the Python code. Commands can be used to make the code more readable and perfectable. And commands can be used to prevent execution when testing the code. Okay, what is mean by what do you think about the comments? Comments we comment about our friends and comment about the teacher. Right? That's like comments. If you are a developer, you are working in a certain program, you are responsible for the program. If another developer comes into the program, another developer doesn't know what you are writing in the program. So you want to mention the extra readable code for the another developer. So that's come the comments in the Python. Creating a commands in the Python is simply easy in them. So let's get started in the Python. So if you want to the notebook, just read. Okay, it's a Python notebook, so it doesn't come the Java output. Okay, if you want to create a, there are two types of the command. First is a single line command and is a multi-line command. In the single line command, it starts with hash. This is a command, and Python doesn't execute the print Kishorelytics, right? Sorry, I press the end button, sorry, home button. It comes from end. Okay, see, let's execute it. It's print the Kishorelytics, right? The Python doesn't take the command for executing the program. So there are two types of the command. First is the single line command and the multi-line command. Here we are created the single line command, and so as soon as possible we are creating the multi-line command. This is, sorry, wait, I'm creating a multi-line command. To create a multi-line command, Python does not really have a syntax for multi-line command. To add a multi-line command, you could insert a as for each line. So this is example. You can also add a triple quotes. Doesn't worry. What happened? I trying to execute this. This is a sample. And want to print 5 plus 5. Sorry, 5 minus 2. Sorry, it's taking a command, right? If you want to close this, you want to give the triple quotes into it. So now we are printing the 8. Okay, let's try to execute. Yes, it prints. The multi-line commands is comes with 3 triple quotes. So this is the multi-line commands, and let's quickly get into the variables. What is meant by the variables? Variables are the containers for storing the data values. For storing the data values. What is meant by the data? Data is a raw fact that consists of that may be the number, strings, and anything at all. So, example, take a sugar box. In that is a container. That is meant by the variable. Inside the container, sugar container, we are putting the sugar. Where mom are putting the sugar inside it. So that is meant by the data. So we are storing the data into the container. This is meant by the variables. So how to create a variables in the Python? So let's quickly delve into it. If you want to create a container, just simply want to a equal to. It means by any name you can create. You can create anything like sure equal to string. I'm creating a string. Kishorelytics is best to learn. Kishorelytics is best to learn data, right? If you want to print Kishore, it gives the, if you are asking the sugar container to give the sugar, it will give the sugar. So that is for the container. So if you am writing Kishore is the best to learn data. So this is truth. I am not telling like Kishorelytics the best to learn data. So okay, that is mean the container. And how to create the variables? So just we have created the variables. It's mean by the example to get the, I'm copying Python server, right? And the variables is a created that you moment the first assign to the value into it. So that the variable, if you created a variable, the value is assigned to it. It's mean by the is assigned to it like equality operator. Later we are discussing about the assignment operator. Okay. For example, if you are creating a x is equal to 5, 5 is assigned to x, and if we are creating a John, John is assigned to y. If you are print the x, and it will print the 5. Okay. And okay, if you are print the Y, it will print the John. John is spelling wrong. Okay, that's it. That's it for that. And getting into the data types in programming languages, the data type is the important concept. So variables can store different data types, and different types can do different things, right? Python has the following data types, built-in data types in these categories. So if you want to a string, I previously entered the, if you want to the Kishorelytics is the best to learn. You want to declare it's in the text data type. It's in a string. If you want to create a variable like integer, you want to that's a numeric data type. You want to give the integer. If you are creating a 3.1, 3.2, that is means the float, and that becomes the numeric types. And if you are the sequence type, there is a list, tuple, and range. Later we are discussing about the list, tuple, range. And mapping types and dictionary. It's a dictionary. It's a key value pairs. Later we are discussing about the later more videos. And what just to know about what is meant by data types, and what we are using the data types in the variables. Okay. If set types, if you have set types as set, frozen set, and the boolean types, boolean is based on the true on false. Binary types, bytes, binary, byte array, memory view, and none types as a none type. Okay, getting the data type, you want to get the data type of any object by using the type function. So let's keep practicing on the Jupyter notebook. If you want to x, writing x is equal to 5. If you want to print the type of the x, and I trying to executing this, it's mean by the integer. It is mean by the integer container. Okay, I think are you able to understand, right? It's an important concept. In this session we are discussing about the Python apparatus. What is mean by the operators? Operators are used to perform the operations on variables and values. If you, for example, there is a operator operand, and there is a operator, and it's a operator operand. Okay, in this example we use the plus as the operator to add together two values. If you want to perform the arithmetic operations and the logical operation and the relational operation, there is a inbuilt operators in the Python. So Python divides operator into the following groups, right? There are many more operators in the Python. So in for data professionals, we want only the arithmetic operators and assignment operator, comparison operator, logical operator. We mostly use this operators as a Python. Okay, in Python, in data, cleaning the data for creating the insights in the data. So previously we are discussing about what is meant by the arithmetic operator. In the SQL itself we are creating using the arithmetic, we are using the arithmetic operator as it's mean by the plus, comma, minus, comma, division, multiplication, and modulo, many things in Python. Assignment operator is basically a equal to. If you are assigning the a equal to 5, a equal to 5, it's assigning operator. Okay, comparison operator is, it's a very easy operator. It's if you want to compare two things. So let if you want to compare a equal to b, there is a comparator. Here equal to is a comparison operator. Okay, if you want to create a logic in the expression, if we are using the and, or, and not. So I give the notes to you in the description. Please make sure to see the notes and continue with me. Okay, fine. In the, let's discuss take a quick practice in the operators. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, fine. That's my Jupyter notebook, and here's come the Jupyter notebook. Fine. First we are working on the arithmetic operator. So we are discussing about the arithmetic operator in the video, in this video, where arithmetic operator is a basic operations like plus, minus, and divided. Okay, we are taking x is equal to 10, and we are declaring the y as 15. We want to perform arithmetic operations like a plus b. Here a is the operand, plus is the operator, b is the operand. What is meant by operator? Operator is the calculation between the two operands. Operand is nothing but the variables. Okay, I'm keeping simple. I don't want to complex you things. If you want print a minus b, it's the operator. If you want to calculate multiplication, if you want to use this, if you want to divide the two numbers here, if you want to find the remainder between the two numbers, you are using this. So I'm trying to executing this. What's the error? Sorry, we are using a. Sorry guys, I'm mistake typo not my mistake. I take my responsibility when I trying to execute. It gives right 10 a plus b 10 plus 15 is 25. 10, a minus b 10 minus 15 is minus 5. And if you want to multiply the 10 into 15 150. If you are divided it's 0. If you want to see the remainder between the 10 and 15 it's 10. That's it for the arithmetic operations. And if you want to see the assignment operator, that's for the session. If you are creating the assignment operator, that's simple. A is equal to 5 and b equal to a. If you want to see print b, it's assignment operator. See, wait, I'm trying to executing this. It's 10. Okay, that's for the assignment operator. If you want to see the relational operator, right, that means the comparison operator. If you want to see, I'm taking the a is equal to 10 and b is equal to same 10. Let's discuss about the relation comparison operator, relation operator in the conditional statement. It will be using on the future session. So and also there is something on the logical. This will be mostly used in comparison if else conditional statement. We're discussing on the Python if else. Let's discuss about the comparison operator and the logical operator in the if else session. So let's dive into the if else session. Python conditional statement and if else statement. Python supports usually logical conditions from mathematics. If you want to work on the certain code, you want to omit the other code based on the condition, you are using the if else statement. So what is meant by the if else statement? I'm trying to explain it quickly. If there are many lines of the code, you want to execute the specific code based on the condition, there comes the if else. Okay, there are many if else many conditions like equals, not equals, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. And how these conditions can be used in several ways, mostly commonly in if-else statements and loops. Okay, and if statement is written by using the if keyword. So example for the if statement, right? If, okay, I already written the code. I'm trying to copy and paste it here. Okay, we are assigning 33 as a variable a to assigning to 33, and declare a variable b and assigning a 2200 to a variable b. If b greater than a, there comes the comparison operator. If b greater than a, print b is greater than a. Yes, b is greater than, right, 200 is greater than 33, so the output is right, b is greater than a. So the output comes right, b is greater than a. And there is another condition, the elif condition in keyword. Python says if the previous condition was not true, then try this condition. The Python was told if the previous condition was not true, we want to try this condition. So that there comes the try elif statement. I have already written the code. I'm just copying the code and I'm trying to paste it here. Okay, I'm trying to execute it. So we are declaring the variable a and b. If a greater than b greater than a, b is greater than a. That's not true, right? It fails, and it comes in the another statement. Elif, it's also the elif. Elif means else plus if is equal to the elif. If elif a equal to b, print a and b are equal. That comes the output. A and b are equal, right? That a is also assigned as the 33, b is also assigned as the 33. So a and b are equal. So quickly dive into the else statement. What is meant by the else statement? If the both the condition, if element and the elif statement also fails, else keyword catches anything which is caught by preceding conditions. Right? I'm already written the code. I'm just typing to copy. I'm trying to copy. Sorry, my mouse is responding for me for taking the video. That's it. I'm trying to paste it here. Okay, if I am assigning a 200 to the variable a, I am assigning 33 to the variable a. If b greater than a, b is greater than a. If a equal to b, 233 is equal, we want to print a and b are equal. Else a is greater than b. That's come the else statement. The above two conditions are not true. So straightly print there is no condition. It's a is greater than b. So the output is also the A is greater than B. If you okay Kishore, there is a more syntax in the Python. You said Python is a simple language, you write a few lines of code. So we are, then how comes it's big line, right? If else, so that come, I will come, right? Guys, I will explain you short and sweet, right? Short and if there is a if statement, you can write this like also. There is an example for one line if statement. When I trying to execute this, it will print. It completely works. If a greater than b, we are putting the semicolon and we want to print the same line itself. Print a is greater than b. That comes in the element. So shorthand for if else statement. If you want only one statement to an if and one for if and one for elif, you can pull it all the same line, right? I'm already writing the code. I'm trying to copy. Okay, sorry guys. I, I'm trying to copy this and I will paste it here. I'm trying. Okay, I will explain the code. We are assigning the 2 as a variable a and 332 assigned to the variable b. And first we want to print a. We want to check if condition a greater than b, we are printing a, or else we print b. Okay. When I'm trying to executing this, it's print b because b is greater than a. So that comes the b as the output. Okay. And that's it for the session. In the later session, we are discussing about the looping. So stay tuned for more session in the Python class. In the previous session, we are discussing about the conditional statement, operators, and variables, right? And in this session, we are discussing about the looping. So what is mean with the looping? A statement you want to repeat right multiple times. That comes the looping. Yeah, in the looping there are two types, and there are three types. We are seeing the two types in this video. In the future videos, we are discussing about the further looping types. And coming into the for loop, there are two types, right? In the videos, there we are seeing just only two types, and there is also on the remaining two types we are discussing with the previous later more videos, right? The two types as for loop and the while loop. What is mean the for loop? The for loop is used to iterating over the sequence. That is either the list or tuple. Okay, let's omit the theory, right? I'm just getting into the Jupyter notebook. So I am trying to explain what is meaning the loop. If you so okay guys, if okay Kishore, you just print 1 to 10. Okay, if you want to print like 1 to 10, you want to print like print. Okay, that's it's a huge task, right? That comes the looping. If you want to repeat the task, so that comes that you repeat the task until based on the condition, it comes the looping. So how to create the loop in this is less like the keyword in other programming languages and works more like the iterator method and found in the other object oriented programming languages. Stay tuned for the object oriented programming languages. Object oriented programming languages is worthy video for Kishorelytics. So with the for loop, we can execute the set of statement once for each item in a list, tuple, set, etc. If I think what in there are two types and for loop and while loop. If you know the where is the end, if it mainly used in the list, tuple, sets, etc. If you know the end value, you are using the for. You can use for loop. If you do not know the end value and when based on the condition, so just go to while loop. Okay, I'm I'm trying to explain. Let's get the practice in the Jupyter notebook. Okay. Okay, fine. And right, for x in range of 6, print x. See how to create the for loop. That is the syntax. We want to create the keyword like for. You want to declare a pointer or keep it as a pointer, and it's coming in the data structure. We are discussing with the later more videos. We are create a pointer x and it's been a variable, and we want to in the range of 6 until 6 we want to print. Until 6 we want to print. It will go the first we will go the Python 1 2 3 4 5 6 stop. If it's 6, it will break the loop and it will comes under the loop. Okay, when I try to executing this, yes, right, it will goes to 0 1 2 3 4 5. And if you that is not printing the 6 because the loop is was terminated. So that's it for the for loop in the range of 6. Okay, there in the for loop there are three arguments we are giving. We are giving the start, step, and step, stop. Okay, the start is like where which point you want to stop, and which in this example we are giving the stop value. So let's try to executing this in the Jupyter notebook. From I want one just only from 2 to 6. So that based on the condition, right, I'm trying to execute, it will print 2, 3, 4, 5, and it doesn't print above the 2 less than 1 2, and it does not print the above 5. Okay, and there is another step. If you want to print 3 multiples of 3, okay, you want to start trying to executing this print, right, x. If you want to print from 2, and it will start from 30, and based on the step value is 3. Step value means you want to give the add from 3 values, right? When you're trying to executing this, it will print 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 23, 26, 29. So it will create the multiples of the 3. Okay, that's it for the for loop. And we have to use the else. If the condition is the loop is terminated, we want to print the else statement. That's come with the else keyword in the for loop. So this is the blocks of code to be executed when the loop is finished. Okay, and trying to print, for example, if you want to print all numbers 0 to 5 and print a message when the loop was ended. Okay, and when I'm trying to copying this, I'm just already written the code. I'm just trying to copy the code and paste it here in the code Jupyter notebook, and I'm just trying to explain the code. We are declaring the for loop, and we are placing a variable as x in the range of 5. We want to print the until 5. It will goes to 0 1 2 3 4 5, and when it reaches the 5, it will look into another condition, right, 6. It does, as a condition does not satisfy, it will break the loop, and it will print the 0 to 5 condition. And if the loop is terminated, you want to give the message to the users, the else finally finished. Okay, when I'm trying to executing this, what's the error in the code and trying to executing the code? Okay, invalid syntax. Yes, right. What is the error in the code for integer? Wait a minute. I'm I'm just trying to copy this only. There is a error because see guys, we are not mistaking in the code. In the underline is coming in the same notebook. Okay, then 0 1 2 3 4 5, and it finally finished. The message was displayed, and we are getting into the another type, while loop. With the while loop, we can execute the set of statement based on the condition is true. Okay, if you want to get the condition based on the, if you want to print the loop, get the loop statement based on the condition, you can use the while loop. Or if you know the unknown value, you could until the run the loop with the unknown value based on the condition, you can use the while loop. So in the while loop, the same the syntax, it's very, I like the loop, while loop very easy. So first we want to declare the variable I is equal to 1 and give the condition while of condition part, it comes here. While I less than 6, we want to print, and we want to increment. So okay, I plus equal to 1. Okay, it will print I equal to 1 to 5, and see the output was same, that was as I was told. Okay, it will print 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, we want to assign the variable to I, and we are giving the condition I less than 6. We want to print I. If it gives I plus equal to 1, it will increment by 1, and if it will again goes to again I is equal to 2, and it will check the condition I less than or equal to 6. It will print yes, it's true, and it will print, and it will be incremented by 1, and again it will go to I is equal to 3, and if it check 3 less than or equal to 6, yes, it, the condition is true, and it will print the I, and again it will be incremented by 1, and again it goes to here I equal to 4, and again it check the 4 less than or equal to 6, and it will print the I, and it will print check the I plus, it will increment the by I by 1, and again it will go I equal to 5, and check 5 less than or equal to 6, yes, the condition is true, and it will print the I, and again it will be incremented by 1, and again it will go here, and again it will here the 6 is replaced, and 6 less than or equal to 6, yes, no, the condition is failed. Again the loop is terminated. That's it for the while loop. I will explain the quickly and shortly and very deeply. This is the we explain the for while loop and for loop. Let's quick come into the recap of this session. So first we have to learn, first in this video we have learned about the what is mean the Python, what is mean the programming languages, what is the interpreter, and why Python, when was the Python was implemented, and what is its uses, and why can Python do, and why Python we are choosing as the data professionals, and we have learned about the commands, and the commands we have learned about the single line command and multi-line command, and there are two types of the command. We are discussing about the single line command and multi-line command, and we have practiced in the Jupyter notebook, and we are discussing about that in the variables, and in the variables are the we are discussing variables of the containers. It's like a sugar box, so that we store the sugar in the container. That's the container is a sugar box, and we are the sugar is the data. So I'm discussing about some example, and we are practice some examples in the Jupyter notebook, and we are discussing about the data types, and there are in Python there are various built-in data types, and we are discussing about the string, int, float, list, and many things about the data types. And in the session and in this video we are discussing the Python operators. What mean the operators are perform operations and based on the based on right perform the operation on the variables and valuables. It is basically a plus minus. We are practice some arithmetic operations and assignment operations, and we have said that we are comparison and our logical operator comes in mostly used in if else statement. So we are discussing about the if else statement. In the if else statement, conditional statement, in the conditional statement we are talking about if else. We are discussing if you are one condition you want to execute the condition, so based on the condition, so if statement is used. If you want to omit the condition and we want to print the else statement, we are discussing about in this video. And in the last session we are discussing about the loops, what we mean by loops, and we are discussing about loops is we want to iterate many things based on the condition, right? We are discussing about two types of the loops, for loop and while loop. If your value is known, you go to the for loop. If your value is unknown, just go to the while loop. So that's it for this video. In this video, in the later video, we are discussing about the control statement in the Python, and where functions in Python, arrays in Python, object oriented in Python, and built-in modules like pandas, numpy, c, matplotlib, cboard. And we can also see the Python Spark and Hadoop, like many more things in the Python crash course. So stay tuned for more videos. If you find this video like helpful, please make sure to share with your friends and keep learning, and stay tuned for more videos, and keep subscribing to the Kishorelytics. And this is Kishore and signing off from Kishorelytics. That's it for the video. Thank you.